Good morning, beloveds. Gabby has something to say today, so you may hear her contributions today. Um, Gabby has two volumes, nothing and the top of her lungs. There is nothing in between with Gabby. So, all right, Hannah is bearing down on us. It could be an interesting weekend. Let me see. It is July 24th. It is Friday. I'm not sure that means anything right now, but it's Friday. And our title today is I Am Secure in the Everlasting Arms of God. And let's see. Our Bible quote is, "The eternal God is thy refuge," and underneath are the everlasting arms. It's from Deuteronomy 33:27. All right, let's see what Ernest has to say today. The everlasting arms suggest divine protection, complete certainty, and the assurance that all is well with the soul. And now it could be otherwise. And how could it be otherwise, since the spirit of mankind is God? Therefore, when we say that we are secure in the everlasting arms of God, we are realizing that our spirit, being one with God and never separated from its source, must be and is as secure as God. It is this inward sense of our union with the whole that binds us back to the eternal presence and gives us the joy of knowing that there is nothing to be afraid of, either out of the past, from the present, or in the future. I am secure in the everlasting arms of God. I feel the divine presence in, around, and through me and all people. A great sense of calm and peace flows through my whole being, in confidence and in light, realizing that there is no separation between the spirit within me and that the Spirit of God is, and knowing that there is but one Spirit, which is God in me and God in everything. I feel confidence and safety, security in that the presence that evermore wraps itself around me and flows through me. I am indeed secure today in the everlasting arms of good, of peace, of joy, and of life. I am secure in the consciousness that today and every day I shall be guided and guarded and protected. And I am secure in the consciousness that all people are protected by the same divine presence, governed by the same law of good, and guided by the same infinite love. I am one with all, both visible and invisible, one with the seen and the unseen, one with God, and one with humankind. I bless this unity. And I'm thinking that that is an excellent one for hurricane season. And God bless Ernest and his commas. That man uses more commas and fewer periods than anybody I've ever read. All right. So, I am secure in the everlasting arms of God. Woof. Gabby made her comment and walked off. So, the everlasting arms suggest divine protection. All right. God is all there is. The divine is all there is. So why wouldn't we believe in divine protection? So complete certainty and the assurance that all is well with the soul. Yes, the material world is messy. It just is. I believe that we will come to a time when the material world will be less messy. I think that's just the nature of the material world, because it's always coming into form and going out of form. So it's always going to be a little messy. But all is well with the soul. That inner core of you, that inner spark of you, that's always going to be safe. Who you are is always going to be safe, even when the material world is messy. And how could it be otherwise, since the spirit of humankind is God? Therefore, when we say that we are secure in the everlasting arms of God, we are realizing that our spirit, this is where all the commas come in, being one with God and never separated from its source, and that's the key right there. We are never separated from our source. We can create the illusion that we are separated from our source, but we are never truly separated from our source. When the material world gets messy, that's when it behooves us to retreat into a quiet place where we can I'm not going to say reestablish, that's not right, but where we can feel that connection again. And when I say a quiet place, it doesn't have to be a quiet place. It can be, there are some places in nature that are very, very noisy. I'm thinking like a waterfall, or thinking like that. So you need to go somewhere where you feel source the most keenly, be it quiet or noisy, so that you can reestablish the feeling of that connection to source. Because you're never separated, but you don't always feel like you're connected. All right. Okay, so if we're never separated from source, must be and is as secure as God. So if we are made of God stuff, then we are as secure as God, and there is nothing other than God. So that's his argument. It is this inward sense of our union with the whole that binds us back to the eternal presence and gives us the joy of knowing that there is nothing to be afraid of. Okay, so the inward sense of our union that binds us back to the eternal presence. And because we are feeling that we are feeling that presence, there comes the joy of knowing that there is nothing to be afraid of. Not from the past, not from the present, not from the future. Yes, the material world is messy, but God is not. Spirit is not messy. Spirit is all there is. All right, so I am secure in the everlasting arms of God. Say that to yourself when things are a little messy. I feel the divine presence in, around, and through me and all people. Now, if I can feel it in myself, then I feel safe here. But if I can feel it in all people, then anywhere I go, I should feel safe, because I know that all people are God and all people are safe. Therefore, I am safe with all people. And if you are in a situation where you do not feel that, please feel free to remove yourself from that situation. I did say the material world is messy. Do not put yourself in harm's way just because you want to see the good in someone. You can see the good in someone from a distance. Please. A great sense of calm and peace flows through my whole being. In confidence and in light. A great sense of calm and peace flows through my whole being in confidence and in light. That feeling of taking that deep breath that I just did, that's a good way to do that. Realizing that there is no separation between the spirit within me and the spirit that God is. Okay, again, we're back to the separation. If you want to feel safe, the best way to do it is to feel that connection with the divine presence, to feel that connection with your good, to feel that connection with spirit. To know that that inner spark of you is always safe, no matter what the material world manifests. Okay, so, so with the spirit, no separation between the spirit within me and the spirit that God is, and no, all right, hang on, I got lost. Realizing that there is no separation between the spirit within me and the spirit that God is, and knowing that there is but one spirit, which is God in me and God in everything. There is nothing but God. Hello, Rita. She is my little godling. I feel confidence and safety and security in that the presence that evermore wraps itself around me and flows through me. So our key here is it wraps around me, but it also flows through me. I am a conduit through which the security of God flows into the world to other people. I like to think that I'm the calm in the storm. I like to think that I keep my head when everybody around me is losing theirs, because then I can provide that air of calm where everybody can find their heads and put them back on. And occasionally other people have to do that for me. I don't do it all the time. So, and it's good. It's good when you meet those people that can keep their calm when everybody else is losing theirs. Those are good people to have in your life. My husband does that for me a lot. All right. I am indeed secure today in the everlasting arms of good, of peace, of joy, and of life. I am secure in the consciousness that today and every day, I shall be guided and guarded and protected. If I trust Source, then Source will guide me, and Source will guard me, and Source will protect me. If I follow the guidance, then I will not put myself into situations that are messy. Well, most of the time. Every now and again, we all run headlong into them. Sometimes it's a choice we make to help serve others. But when I do run headlong into those situations, I know that I will be guarded and protected, because I am there to help guard and protect others. Well, and because I am a divine child of God, as are you. So I am secure, and I am secure in the consciousness that all people are protected by the same divine presence. All people are protected by the same divine presence. All people are governed by the same law of good, and all people are guided by the same infinite love. Do they act like it? No, not always. We all have our days. But I am affirming that all people are protected by the same divine presence. All people are governed by that same law. I am affirming that. And I am affirming that all people are guided by the same infinite love. If we are guided by that same infinite love, we will make better choices. I am one with all, both visible and invisible, one with the seen and the unseen, and he uses the big U when he says the unseen. One with God and one with humankind. I bless this unity. So our mission, should we choose to accept it today, is to rest secure in the everlasting arms of God, and to know that all people are guided by that infinite love. So that is Friday. That is a reading for hurricane season. I am very happy with that. That's another page that if I dog-eared pages, I would dog-ear pages. But I don't. I need to go buy the post-it note stick things. Because there's been a couple recently that have been really good, that like when you're having one of those messy material days, Go back and read that. I'm loving this book. I'm loving this book. All right, so I invite you to do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself, do something loving for yourself today. Whatever it takes to make it a fantastic day for you. We here in Houston may be having some weather over the next 2 or 3 days. But the good news is that will give us the chance to open our windows to get some fresh air, which is code for a fresh perspective. So do whatever it takes to get your mind and body moving. Run, walk, laugh, jump, dance, skip, hop, sing. Whatever it takes to make it a fantastic day. And know that you are a beloved child of God in whom God is well pleased. All right. Reverend David will be on with you sometime around 5. I will be back tomorrow. I'm going to say around 9 a.m. simply because if it's not raining, I get to go to the park and play with squirrels. Well, I run 3 miles and then I play with squirrels. So have a fantastic day. I will see you tomorrow. And whatever the weather brings, know that you are safe. Bye, beloveds.